right, Mike, thank you very much. We are celebrating all things honey and the variety of ways you can use honey in cooking. Janine Washle of Cloverfield's Farm and Kitchen is going to show us a sweet way to use the honey. This is a dessert we're making, Carmelita bars.
Yes, Carmelita bars.
Okay.
And I was doing a little bit of research and became intrigued when I saw at the Pillsbury Bake Off in 1967, this cookie called a Carmelita bar. Now, I was a little disappointed when I went out to the Pillsbury site and read the actual recipe, and it used jarred caramel. It was tons of oats.
We're gonna do the real thing.
Yes. So I thought, you know what, I can give this a makeover so that the caramel is just very fresh tasting and we can taste it. And then I worked out a honey caramel, but what we'll start out with is making the crust, and that is so as an ode to the old recipe, we'll do an oatmeal crust.
Okay.
And just press
mash
that
it
in.
down in there. Okay.
Yep. And then what we'll do is preheat the oven to 350. Oh, that looks good.
Okay.
And we'll pre-bake this.
And that'll go together.
It sure will for 10 minutes.
All right.
So when we bake it, we end up with this.
All right.
Now, I do want to point out, this is a 9x13 baking pan. This is a 9x13 casserole pan. And we've all made our lemon bars and cookies in this, and we get those weird corners.
Yes, this is the better way to do it.
This gives you a nice sharp corner. Then what we do, this is going to be warm coming out of the oven. We put our chocolate chips on first.
Okay.
And it's semi-sweet chocolate and white chocolate. In the original recipe, they were all dark chocolate. And then we'll take our honey caramel, and it's warm, and just drizzle that all over. We don't have to worry about it completely covering, but because when it bakes, it'll melt together and it will spread out. Yes,
that is
it sure
if you
will.
don't drink half the honey caramel before you even get it onto the Carmelita bars.
I'm not sure how I know this, but a Granny Smith apple dipped into honey caramel is really good.
Oh, I
just heard that, but
no, I saw these crumbles that go on top, and I said, Janine, is that cauliflower? It looks like cauliflower. It is not. So another crumble goes on top.
This
and what's
is another
in
crumble, and this one has butter, cornstarch, flour, and a little bit of vanilla. And that might sound odd to put the cornstarch in there, but there's a cookie called a melting moment. Some people call them meltaways, and literally when they touch your tongue, they just dissolve. So this dissolves, then you hit the honey caramel, and then you hit the chewy oaty bar.
Yum.
And it is delicious. And a lot of times you'll have some citrus flavoring, but I thought that was kind of overkill with these delicious bars. Then you bake those for 18 minutes, and you end up with a big plate of this.
Wow, that looks delicious. Now, I want to quickly mention a couple other things that Janine has brought, just to show the versatility of honey.
Yes.
Honey peanut butter cookies.
Yes, honey peanut butter cookies.
Honey lemon bread, which sounds fabulous. And Sterling and I keep walking by and just taking one of these off, hoping she won't notice, but honey glazed potato chips, and she even has a sriracha honey dip that goes with it. Oh my goodness. This tastes like caramel popcorn.
It is so delicious. I was thinking about glazed popcorn, and then I got the brainstorm a couple of months ago to glaze potato chips. And you get the sweet, the salty, the buttery. It is wonderful.
All right, Janine will send you all these recipes if you just send her an email, and we have a link on WDRB.com. Janine, thanks as always.
You're welcome.
Sterling.